In Consumer Corner, we take a look at trends creating a buzz here in China. On today's show, we'll discuss secret ways to bribe people on Chinese websites. Because of the crackdown on corruption in the government, high-end gifts appear less popular than last year. High-end rice wines used to be a hugely popular item, but it's struggling this year, and restaurants are seeing big losses too. With the coming Chinese New Year, many Chinese people will prepare New Year's gifts to their friends and relatives. It's also time for a few Chinese officials to send gifts to their superiors. But in the past few years, the Chinese government has issued statements saying that giving gifts bought with government money is not allowed. It's pretty much the definition of corruption, so it makes sense. Since government officials don't want to lose their cushy jobs, they've been spending less. An overt display of wasteful spending has been getting quite a few in trouble already. There might be political aspects to the moves as well. So people have to give their gifts in secret. Giving gifts on Chinese New Year is so ingrained in society, they couldn't just give it up. The Beijing Times reported that some departments and individuals have found other ways to send gifts to their superiors. Gift leaflets and gift cards are becoming very popular on Chinese websites. Chinese media released the price of these gift leaflets and gift cards vary quite a bit. According to online retailers, the gift leaflets include many high-end products like luxury watches or high-end baijiu. There are about 20 products included in the leaflets. The price of these products varies from several hundred to thousands of yuan. In addition to the leaflets, the electronic gift cards are also popular on websites as well. These cards have values ranging from $8 to about $160. The most important thing is the electronic gift cards are unregistered and untraceable. Gift givers just need to pay less than the value of these cards or leaflets to get them. For instance, an electronic gift card with about $160 will be sold online for about $150. The gift givers need to choose a price range for the gifts online. They pay for it, and the only thing they need to do is leave the address of the gift recipient. And then the websites will send the recipients a gift leaflet with an account and password on it. With this, the recipient can freely buy things on the website. It's a way for some people to elude the government's regulations because there's no specific law about giving gifts online. Granted, that might be less of a loophole than it is just a hard to enforce thing. It's not legal per se, it's just being done without hassle. Many online websites don't require the gift givers to register or leave their ID card numbers, so officials find it pretty safe and convenient. Some Chinese net users also express their views on these kinds of gifts. A few of them hold the view that the Chinese government should carry out more strict and specific policies to avoid this situation. One net user suggested, quote, "Obviously, the government's policies didn't work too much. The officials could always find other cunning ways to continue their business. No one can make sure that these businesses are dirty ones or not. If the government lets go of the business, the situation would be severe. A frugal government calls for more strict regulations." Some other net users also pointed out that the new way of giving gifts will also have a higher requirement for these officials. One net user joked, quote, "The electronic gift cards and leaflets indicate that bribery requires keeping up with the times. But in the meanwhile, there are more requirements for these officials. These officials who want to send gifts have to learn to shop online first of all." There are also some other net users who satirize a new way for officials to send gifts. Some of them commented that these officials are really smart to think out the new way. One net user satirized, quote, "The way to send gifts is really fantastic. These officials do not merely avoid the trouble of choosing presents. This business could also contribute to the express delivery industry. The best thing is the risks are much lower than sending cash or other high-end real products. What geniuses these officials are." Some net users mentioned the risk in the terms of a new way for gift giving as well. One net user wrote, quote, "There's still the risk of online gift giving. If the website released the information of gift givers, things would be very serious. Of course, in general, these websites would not do that, because now they just want to grab the chance to get more profits. Sending gifts during the holidays seems like a natural thing for ordinary Chinese people. Traditionally, it's a way of showing respect and blessings to other people. But in the past decades, many corruption cases showed that a growing number of officials give gifts as bribes for their superiors. This new way of gift giving might give a signal to the Chinese government that their policies and regulations need to keep up with the times.